Hello everyone, this is Kyle.
Hi, I'm Kobe Van Nort with Varsity Sports. I'm here with Coach Jewell. I just have a couple questions for you. First one, Coach, devastating news last week, losing Carlos Estrada. Could you just get a little bit of an update about how he's doing and what the game plan is moving around him?
Well, really, it's just next man up. So Harrison Chambers is going to come in and step in. He's done a good job so far this season. So I don't know the extent of it yet. So once we get to the doctor, obviously we'll know. But he's out tonight.
Thank you, Coach. And then my next question for you, I know you guys had a big win last week, but what is one takeaway that you want to try to bring into this week's matchup?
Well, it's been a few years since we finished and played a game like we did last week against Sunny Slope. So I'm hoping we can carry that over into this game. This is a very talented football team.
Perfect. Thank you, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as a social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside of you.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
My name is Kyle Krikorian and I'm a sophomore studying journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I am thrilled to join the Varsity Media.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's great to be with you at Central High School here in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona. We have a great matchup on tap. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Lucas Metzner alongside with my color analyst, Kobe Van Nort. Kobe, how are you feeling about this matchup tonight?
Feeling great. Brophy coming off of a huge win last week. I'm excited to see what they're able to put on the scoreboard this week.
Yeah, 49 points last week in the win against Sunny Slope. Some big-time numbers, 7 touchdowns on the board. The offense was absolutely clicking. Charlie McGinnis looks absolutely electric. Here are his season stats so far. He's 52 completions on 77 attempts. That gives him a 67.5% completion percentage. He is nailing all of his throws right now. What do you like most about him?
I love the way that he handles in the pocket. I think he really conceives himself. He's able to make a good throw, get up. I really appreciate just his all-around game.
And Kobe, going to be a little bit short tonight. You had a chance earlier to speak with head coach Jason Jewell. The Broncos are down tonight. What is that going to look like for them?
Yeah, I mean, last week, looking at the first half, junior Carlos Estrada had just a game. I mean, he was breaking holes, and he seemed like he was running that offense. After an unfortunate injury, has him out tonight. It's going to be interesting. The coach said that they're going to go to the other running back tonight, Harrison Chambers, and it's going to be interesting to see how they change their approach coming into this game.
Yeah, Harrison Chambers, not someone that had a star on my sheet on the depth chart. Wasn't a starter, but, it's a next man up mentality in this sport, especially football. Injuries are always prevalent. They really suck, but they're a part of the game. And so next man up, it's going to be his time to shine tonight. But he is in a pass-heavy offense. This Bronco team loves to throw the football. They got their senior quarterback in Charlie McGinnis. and they've been lighting defenses up. Got some solid receivers, too, in Jacob Buggy and Jax Ryan.
Yes, and it really has seemed like this whole season it's been everyone. There's not one guy who really stands out on this roster. A lot of these receivers are going to eat. That's one thing to know about McGinnis.
It's an absolute unit effort right now, as McGinnis has been in stride, completing almost 68% of passes. Right now, he has a touchdown to interception ratio. He's got 8 touchdowns to 0 interceptions. He's looking perfect right now. That quarterback rating at 125.1. So he's off to a great start through 3 games. Like we said, Carlos Estrada is down tonight. He had 53 rushes already this season for 268 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a long of 35 yards. So we'll see if he's able to return this season. He was the singer of the national anthem. He was the leader in Brophy College Prep's prayer tonight before the game. So he's with the team in spirit for sure.
In spirit, definitely. It's going to be interesting to see what this next man up is going to look like. Harrison Chambers had a decent second half of last week's game. It's going to be interesting to see how they use him and if they use maybe a couple of other guys too.
Definitely. And on the other side of that football for the Chaparral Firebirds, watch out for quarterback Marcel Jones. He's a true dual threat quarterback. He's 47 of 82, throwing 57.3%. He's got 588 yards already on the season. He's got a 90.9 QBR, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. But it was his numbers on the ground that caught my eye. He already has 30 carries for 157 yards. That's 5.2 yards a carry. He's got 2 rushing touchdowns. And with that, he's averaging 2 total touchdowns a game, because he has 6 right now.
Impressive.
We're getting ready to kick this one underway, as number 55, Keegan Shank, gets ready to return this one. Christian Camerata and Creed Thomas ready to receive this one, 2 explosive returners. Camerata receives the kick with 1 foot in the end zone. That's an automatic touchback. And we're going to get our first opportunity to see the Brophy Broncos offense tonight. First and 10, right from the 20. And game number 4 just to be about underway here. McGinnis lines up in the shotgun with 3 wide receivers out in formation. Camerata in motion, out wide. McGinnis with the snap, fakes handoff, quick screen, and a quick completion, but also a quick tackle. Dalen Sharper.
And Dalen Sharper, a guy 2 weeks ago, had over 100 yards receiving, and last week didn't have as much to say. That just kind of goes into how I talk about this offense, of how any guys can have a chance to blow up.
It's truly a unit offense, that receiving core. They're all unselfish, and they're all ready to make the play. McGinnis on 2nd and 11. Gives the handoff this time. And a very solid gain for Harrison Chambers.
Yeah, Harrison Chambers, the second man up, just being able to find a little bit of hole there, stretch it out for about 5 more yards. Now I got about 3rd and 5 left.
Very important for him to have a good run right there. Put the Broncos into 3rd and manageable. Is there some sort of delay right now? One of the Firebirds has to sub off the field. Referee signals the clock back in play. McGinnis in the shotgun once again. Bad snap, and McGinnis just has to fall on it. Very unlucky for the Brophy Broncos, as that one got past McGinnis.
And yeah, it just looked like just a muff snap, just kind of right off the right to McGinnis, and glad that he was able to just get over it and keep the ball.
Very important with the field position that he just falls on that one. He gives the special teams unit a chance to punt this one away and let the defense go to work. Gets that one away. It's a line drive kick, fielded off the bounce, and swallowed up instantly that time. Good job by the Broncos special teams right there. They held up Plaz Johnson to nothing on that return.
Just, I mean, a perfect kick, was able to kick it slow enough to give the Broncos just enough time to scoot up there and get him down.
The Firebirds are going to be in great field position, though. Starting at the 46-yard line. They do not have far to go here. Marcel Jones in the shotgun, and that's a high snap over his head, and he just has to fall on it. Both centers not on their A game right now.
Back to back, you do not see that often. Again, kind of the same exact play, except for instead of going a little bit right, just kind of went right over his head.
And both these teams with some unforced errors early that has kind of altered their game plan. You know, Broncos had 3rd and medium, and they force a long 4th down, and now this is 2nd and 20. 2nd and 21 right now. Marcel Johnson takes a snap. Quick toss to his running back. A great cut made there, but an even better tackle.
Yeah, as you said right there, that was a great cut right there, but just a little bit better on the defensive end.
Alex Hegg, the running back, making some shifty moves right there, but Jack Sebald with a nice form tackle, maybe a yard gain.
3rd and 25 here.
Marcel Jones is looking over to the sideline, and he gets the signal. Broncos only have three men up front, and only 3 are going to rush. Marcel Jones escapes pressure, and he's going to take off with his legs, but tripped up and wrapped down out of bounds. What a form play made by Jake Schoenhals.
Yeah, great defensive play right there. Jones can't find anything to do, tries to kind of escape the pocket, but just has nowhere to go here. 2 very slow drives on both sides for both offenses to start this game.
Yeah, the offenses are going to trade a 3 and out. Brophy looked very decent on their first 2 plays and just had it all derailed by a bad snap. And same thing here with the Chaparral Firebirds. Bad snap derails the whole drive right away. And Cree Thomas will elect to let this punt go. Rolls down and rests at the 15.
Yeah, a little weird how that one worked. You know, for the Chaparral Birds, the first thing that kind of threw them off was the bad snap, and then the other way around, when you look at the Broncos side of things, it was the 3rd snap that they had. So kind of 2 different aspects here, but the bad snaps are what drove both offenses away.
I'm sure the Firebirds center is over with Marcel Jones on the sideline working on exchanges right now. Make sure that gets corrected immediately. Meanwhile, 1st and 10 for the Broncos from their own 15. Handoff to Harrison Chambers here, and he swallowed up immediately. Not much there.
Seemed like he broke a tackle when he first broke, but wasn't able to get anything more after that.
Joaquin Alvarez making the tackle on that play. Brings up 2nd and about 6. McGinnis takes the snap, pumps, sprinting out to his left, and completes it to his man, Jax Ryan.
Yeah, just a great play right there. Able to scramble out of the trouble, get a good look, make a good throw, and he's able to get the 1st down.
I do like the play design right there from Coach Jewell and the Broncos. Fake a handoff, get McGinnis out in space on the rollout, and a nice comeback route. 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. McGinnis motions Camerata. Play action, screen, he pumps, gets it to him, but not much going there. On the reception, Dalen Sharper.
Yeah, and Dalen Sharper, kind of the same play that he had in his first catch, just kind of the out route on the outside, just ready for him whenever he needs it, able to get a few yards, make this a 2nd and manageable.
That screen broke down early. McGinnis didn't get that out right away, but They found a window right there, as this time it's a handoff to Harrison Chambers, and he powers his way forward, lowers the shoulder into the linebackers, and gains a first down.
Very strong run right there from Chambers, and that's exactly the kind of runs that they're going to want right now with losing the whole of Carlos Estrada.
Broncos going hurry up here, and they'll go right back to Harrison Chambers. That time, not so much. Gain of maybe 2.
That Broncos offense really loves to catch those defenses off guard, especially last week we were able to see 2 penalty calls actually and being faster than the defense. So it's going to be interesting to see how they want to approach the quick attack.
Broncos do a good job of mixing up their tempo. Defenses don't know whether they want to go hurry up or take the signal from the sidelines. McGinnis is looking right. He's got time. Evades a man. Fires on the run. Complete! What a throw by McGinnis, and what a nice catch by Jacob Buggy.
I mean, just a great play call. Was able to escape the pocket, again, get his feet set and make just a great throw, and then also just a great catch by Jacob Buggy.
Avoiding the pressure there was McGinnis. Got away from Jaden Ridley. He's got a fresh set of downs, now in Firebirds territory. Shotgun snap, fakes it. Open rusher, but he's got a man free, and it's incomplete. No good.
Just again with that quick tempo, tried to catch him off guard. Dalen trying to get down the field, but good coverage right there. Good coverage right there from Dylan Malumba.
2nd and 10 for the Broncos from the Chaparral 45-yard line. McGinnis with 3 receivers to his left. He's looking that way, fires over the middle, and it was caught momentarily but dropped immediately. An absolute boom shot right there over the middle of the field.
Tried to catch him off guard, trying to get to CC Camarada there. Wasn't able to make it, but I say a great throw, a great plan. Be interested to see what they're going to do here, 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10, likely passing situation. Once again, McGinnis with 3 receivers to his left side on the top of your screen. Takes the snap and he looks that way. Fires to the sideline, intercepted! And it's going the other way with some speed. Finally chased down. But there making the play was Justin Fisher.
I mean, just blown coverage right there. Tried to find him open, just completely threw it to the wrong guy there. Great play. First interception for him this season.
The whole season, he throws his first one. And that one is a game changer. About midway through the first quarter here, and that run back was pretty athletic. Sets the Firebirds up in good territory here. They're going to start right at the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Marcel Jones going to empty here. Takes the snap, looking, evades to his right immediately, turns on the jets, and gets about 4 or 5 yards.
And that's one thing you have to be ready for him. If he can't find anyone, he is not afraid to go get a few yards himself.
He's been making a living this season, tucking it and running when he needs to. He's been pretty smart when it comes to those decisions. Only 1 interception for Marcel Jones as well. 2nd and about 6. Shotgun formation for the Firebirds. Option play kept by Jones. And Jones gets about 2 yards before being shoved out of bounds.
A good option play right there, able to break away, get a few more yards. Again, just being aware of containing him is going to go a long way for the Broncos tonight.
First 3rd down and reasonable here for Chaparral. It's about 3rd and 4. Marcel Jones with extra help in the backfield. Takes the snap, is pressured immediately, flushed out right, throws end zone. Caught! Touchdown Chaparral. Plaz Johnson on the touchdown reception. He's the main man for the Firebirds, and he's got the first score of the game.
And the Broncos going with the blitz there early. Had him questioning whether they're going to be able to make the throw. Just a great throw. Got it right over the head of the corner there and was able to get the touchdown.
Really contested catch right there. Plaz Johnson, leading receiver of the Firebirds, makes a great one-on-one play and puts Chaparral up early. Extra point is wide right, no good. And we will remain with Chaparral having 6 and the Brophy Broncos with 0 right now. Kobe, what did you think of that turnover in terms of how that touchdown got scored?
That was a big one. I mean, when you have a drive going, they had 3 first downs so far in the drive, and you give it up, and not on top of that, also give up an extra 40 to 50 yards. I mean, they put them in just a great spot to be able to score the football.
So the kick return unit coming out for Brophy once again. They have a dangerous pair in CC Camarada and Cree Thomas. 2 very explosive athletes. Cree Thomas ranked as number 2 by Arizona Preps, number 2 recruit of class of 2025. He's going to be dangerous for them this year, next year, and possibly beyond. He's got a lot of Power 5 offers. This kick, more of a low-line drive, and it's right to Cree Thomas. He's got some speed right away. He's making moves. He's got it to the outside. He's got speed, one man to beat, and he's finally tackled from behind, getting all the way down to the 30, but hold on about this one. There's a flag.
Flag on the play kind of happened when he was at about the 30-yard line, so I'm interested to see if this one's going to be coming back.
Yeah, that one's absolutely coming back. You see a flag in that scenario. 9.9 times out of 10, it's going to come back on the return team and slightly kill the momentum of a big return right there. But even though it didn't count, there's the athleticism of Cree Thomas on display.
Yeah, I mean, just a great run. It stinks that had to go back for him, but just was able to find a hole. And, yeah, it's mistakes like that that are going to hurt the Broncos, especially in a game this close.
Few penalties and a turnover right now has Brophy in the early 6-0 hole. Charlie McGinnis has thrown his first interception of the season, and there's a flag flying up in the air. They're walking him back. Substitution was not done legally there for the Broncos. Results in 1st and 15. First and 15 now. Man in motion. Slides next to McGinnis. And flags fly again. It's not looking good for the Broncos right now. Oh. Well, I stand corrected. We're back to 1st and 10. I thought for sure that Brophy just incurred another false start.
All even now with flags.
Yes. Back to even ground on this drive. Motion again from Chambers. Handoff faked to him. McGinnis on the run right now. And he made a nice cut before he got tackled down.
And be looking for that read option. Last week used a lot from Coach Jewell. It's interesting. I mean, it even had us fooled in the broadcast last week when who was running the ball.
Good play for the Broncos. Leaves a defender unblocked. And 2 speedy guys in the backfield make it a tough choice for that unblocked defender. As there is Chambers with a burst of speed. And he's got a 25-yard gain or more on there. There's a flag on the Brophy sideline, and that's going to be a sideline infraction. So a warning issued. Won't take the play away. But as you were saying, the read option, very effective.
Very effective. You have defenses on their toes. Don't know really what to expect. Chambers there really filling into his new RB1 role well.
They ran it twice in a row right there. First time McGinnis kept it. Second time McGinnis gave it. And that's the power of the option play right there.
And when you got 2 guys who can run the ball well, always a recipe for success.
Absolutely. McGinnis with more personnel in towards him now. Still takes a snap from the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Looks deep. got a man. He's got CC Camerata. What a catch and what a throw by McGinnis and Camerata.
CC just completely beats his coverage, able to break a hole, and McGinnis, just a perfect throw, puts it right through two defenders and is able to get the first down.
Talk about perfect release. Brophy electing to go hurry up offense here. McGinnis snaps it again, just gives it off to Chambers. He's finding room on the left side and barrels his way forward near the first down marker.
Chambers during this drive has been powerful. You don't know who it's going to go, whether McGinnis and Chambers. Not sure if that's helping him out, but he is having a drive.
The play action element really coming into play. That long completion, McGinnis had someone coming unblocked straight to his face. And like you were saying in the pregame, we really like McGinnis' poise in the pocket and his ability to deliver under pressure. Second and short, Chambers gets it once again, fighting forward. Brophy fans wanted a horse collar, but nonetheless, Chambers with a first down.
I mean, again, he is just explosive getting the ball. It seems like once he gets the ball, he's already a step or two ahead. He is just able to find the holes right now.
And credit to that offensive line paving the way for him, giving him those holes to find. But it's first and goal for the Broncos. McGinnis hands it off to Chambers, scrunching through and down just short of the goal line. Gain of maybe one right there.
Chambers trying to find the hole again. It's a lot harder when you got the goal line defense coming. Able to get a yard, though.
Second and goal from about the 2-yard line. McGinnis' snap, rolling out to the right, looking, and takes a sack as Elijah Palmer, the defensive back, gets back there and wraps up McGinnis. McGinnis off to the sideline with his helmet off. Not a great sign for the Brophy Broncos.
Yeah, Chaparral brings the fire coming in. They blitz them, and McGinnis just no real answer for it. Tried to get out with the pass and just did not have enough time.
So backup quarterback coming in. It's Grant Guidry in the game. Third and goal from about the 10. Guidry takes the snap, hands it off to Chambers, but he's met immediately. And Brophy might be looking for a field goal now.
And just not the way that they wanted to end this drive. Was able to get up the field with ease, and then now losing McGinnis, and on top of that, having to settle for a field goal here. Not what they wanted from this drive.
Still the opportunity to come away with points here. Number 45, Connor Fury. There's a referee timeout on the field. Needs to sub one of the Firebirds off. Referees are conferring here. Kobe, what about the Chaparral defense stands out to you right now so far?
Their defensive line is what really stood out to me so far. I mean, just getting to McGinnis very quickly. I mean, so far able to take him out of the game. Hopefully we can see him again. But, yeah, this defensive line is not giving him much time to work.
Absolutely. That previous flag right there, that was against Chaparral. Not an automatic first down, just moves them up 5 yards. On to kick this one is Connor Fury, and he's 3 for 3, 100% on his field goal attempts this year.
Yeah, Brophy likes to switch between him and Eddie Jetton, so it'll be interesting to see how they utilize them. Both of them had at least 3 kicks last week, sorry.
And the 3 points is good from Fury. Reliable as always in the field goal department. And so Brophy now cuts the deficit in half.
Yeah, wasn't what they wanted from this drive, but yeah, you're completely right. They cut the deficit in half. They're 3 points away. It'll be interesting to see what their defensive approach is coming out. I mean, look, the last time that Chaparral scored, they had the ball to start at the 20-yard line. So now starting with a full field, it'll be interesting to see how the Firebirds react.
Absolutely. Right there, that kick right through the uprights. The Broncos this year have used primarily Connor Fury to do the field goal kicking duties and have split time between him and Jetton in terms of the extra points. Neither of them have missed an extra point, and Fury is 100% in his field goal attempts. So great special teams so far from the Broncos as they're getting set to kick it off.
Always nice to have a reliable special teams, especially in high school football.
That third phase of the game often forgot about, but can turn a game absolutely on its ear. See, Fury just kicked the field goal, but they're going to give Eddie Jetton the kickoff responsibilities to boot this one as far as he can. Alex Haig back there ready to receive. It's a high and far kick that's just going to sail out of the end zone. Touchback, and that is why Jetton is on kickoff duties.
Yeah, they really like to switch it around. I love to see both of those guys get fair shots at both. Last week we had a lot of, it seemed like it was switching off between Jetton and Fury for the kickoffs. And so, yeah, it's interesting to see how they utilize two kickers.
The Brophy Broncos defense coming out once again. Chaparral Firebirds offense made a great capitalization of turnover, but let's see how they can do with a full field of work. Marcel Jones back in the shotgun. Takes the snap, rolls out, just flips a screen, and caught by Gavin Mesa, but tackled immediately right there.
That's one thing that I think the Broncos secondary is really good at, is just some of those short passes never seem to work. It seems like they're really good at crashing and being able to meet those receivers.
That secondary is a hungry one. They like to move around the field a lot. Give credit to the two outside guys, Billy Estep and Dom Mitchell. They really make that happen. Meanwhile, the snap, it's a jet sweep, and it is snuffed out once again. The Broncos defense holding strong right now with a nice response.
Great defensive play, just reading the play completely, able to stop it before anything gets started, and is going to bring out a 3rd and long.
So here we go, 3rd down, about 7. Just Alex Haig next to Marcel Jones. And Jones will have 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen on his left. Dancing in the pocket, sprinting out to the left, and gets tackled out at the Brophy sideline. Close to the 1st down marker, but a flag came out on the play.
Looked like a holding call.
Good observation there. It is indeed holding, so they will kick them back 10 yards. And now they'll be in another 3rd and long. First one, that worked out quite favorably for the Broncos. So first 2 plays have been good. Can the Broncos defense get the offense the ball back quickly?
And that's what you want right now, especially how that offense was moving in that last drive. Unfortunately, couldn't get the touchdown, but they were rolling, so you want to feed the hot hand.
3rd and about 17. Marcel Jones in the empty formation. He's running out to his right, making moves, but the group tackling will get him and force a big 4th down. Here comes Chaparral to punt.
Great defensive drive for this Broncos defense, sorry. I mean, especially after last drive, just was not the most motivating thing to happen, but looking here, now they're able to get a 3 and out and get that Broncos offense back on the field.
CC Camareda and Cree Thomas back there again, always dangerous returners. As Chaparral gets ready to boot this one away. Snap's good. And it's a low line drive kick. CC slips and lets it go to Cree Thomas. He slipped through 2 defenders, but he is chased down immediately. Tackle made by Joaquin Almaraz.
Yeah, with Cree Thomas, I mean, just an explosive two receivers back there who can just run at ease, and it was cool to see him break the first two people. It just sad that he couldn't get any more.
Great play right there by Joaquin Almaraz. But Cree Thomas, I thought he was going to be tackled immediately. He split two defenders right off receiving that football. Broncos in plus territory at the Chaparral 48, 1st and 10. McGinnis gives it to Chambers, and Chambers working hard, but cannot outwork the front seven of the Firebirds.
Just didn't seem like he could find a hole on that play. He's had a lot of success with that so far today, but just on that run there seemed to not find anything and couldn't get anything going.
Loss of a yard there, 2nd and 11 coming up. McGinnis with the split set. Chambers in the backfield, motions over Jax Ryan, and he's now got three receivers to his right side. Gives it to Harrison Chambers. Looked like McGinnis wanted to pull that one away, but good fake right there. Chambers picks up about 4, and it's 3rd down and medium.
A little bit better of a run there. Still didn't really have a hole. It almost fell over, but was able to stay on his feet for a couple more and bring him a little bit closer to a 1st down.
Going to be 3rd and 7 here. Referee signaling timeout. And it will be, I believe it was Chaparral. No, correction. We're out of the first quarter right now, so we'll take a short commercial break and be right back with the start of the 2nd quarter.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points.
Well, welcome back to the action, folks, here at Central High School. It's the Brophy Broncos 3 and the Chaparral Firebirds 6. Brophy looking at a 3rd and 7. McGinnis draws the hard count. Aaron Rodgers style right there. Way to pick up some free yards.
Great play right there. This offense is good at that. You just got to be still if you're going to be playing against them.
Very Aaron Rodgers-esque with the hard count. They don't bust it out often, but when they do, it has gotten a lot of opposing defenses.
It is effective.
3rd and 2 now after a brilliant hard count. And just a quick handoff to Chambers. But he is going to be short of the line to gain. Either no gain or a gain of 1 right there. Very interesting decision right here.
Doesn't look like he got enough on that. Decent run, just wasn't able to get enough on it.
4th and short. Receivers line up in bunch formation. McGinnis with the snap, looking to throw. Fires it over the middle, and what a catch made by CC Camarada. He leaps up and grabs it from all the other linebackers in the area, securing that one on a critical 4th down play.
And he has just been there when you need it. It just seems like whenever McGinnis is in a little bit of trouble, he's the guy he goes to.
CC has been his backbone. 1st and 10, Chambers with a nice carry up the middle, gain of about 5 or 6.
Really using him well tonight, getting his work in. Right now getting pulled off the field, though. Take a little breather.
Some routine maintenance. 2nd and 4. McGinnis is looking to his left. Fires deep. And touchdown Broncos! CC Camarada. He's in for the deep touchdown reception.
Great play call right there, able to get him wide open. A big score for the Broncos, and that's going to be able to put them on top.
You could see Charlie McGinnis's eyes right there. He looked off the safety toward the middle and found his safety net streaking down the left sideline. What a beautiful throw and catch. These two have been on the same page all night.
Yeah, we brought it up earlier, the dynamic duo, and they're able to come through once again.
The extra point is good. The score is now the Brophy College Prep Broncos 10, the Chaparral Firebirds 6.
Very impressive drive from this offense. Really very impressive last two drives for this Broncos offense. Dominating, able to get down the field. Couldn't score in the first one. Get points on both. I mean, this is the direction that Brophy is heading right now, is the direction you want to be in.
They're responding very well right now, especially after an early first interception from Charlie McGinnis. But tell me, we've had the safety net of CC Camarada here. What is it about him that gets him open?
It's that speed right there. He's really able to break away and get open. He's also got some great moves on his defenders. Just the great juke moves along with the speed and great hands just comes to be a great wide receiver for him.
He's the complete package. Definitely been targeted by McGinnis the most tonight and just been a nightmare for the Firebirds defense. Eddie Jetton getting ready to boot this one again, probably likely into the end zone, and just let the defense go to work. Gets under it. It's another beautiful kick, and Alex Haig is in the end zone for the automatic touchback.
It's going to be interesting to see what the Firebirds come up with here after going 3 and out on the prior drive. With the field that they have to go across, it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out.
Might be looking out for some designed Marcel Jones runs. Right now, he's been running the football, but on the unplanned pass plays where he's scrambling, I wonder if Chaparral has something dialed up in the playbook to let him use his legs in a designed play. 1st and 10 from the 20. He takes the snap from the shotgun and just hands it off to his back, who slips down. Plaz Johnson right there. He had some speed coming out of that hole, and he just slipped from the turf monster.
Seemed very frustrated coming up from that. Yeah, just couldn't get much. Had kind of some open space, but yeah, just couldn't stay on his feet.
2nd and about 7 here. Marcel Jones, man in motion, gives the triple option pitch right here. And there's the option play, but snuffed out by Alex Salome right there, working sideline to sideline.
Tried it with the triple option right there. Good job by the Broncos defense to completely read that, and they're able to get it for no gain at all. It might have been a loss.
3rd and about 6. Chaparral Firebirds in an interesting spot here. Haven't been able to get much going since that interception, and they're risking another straight 3 and out. With the snap, he looks deep, fires up, some air under that football. Intercepted by the Broncos. Jack Siebold has it going the other way. He's looking down the left sideline and finally wrapped up near the 45 of Chaparral.
What a play right there. You can see the Brophy sideline going crazy right now. I mean, just tried to go for the deep pass right there and couldn't get it to work. Jack just sitting right there, ready for it, able to make a great play and turn the ball over, get an interception right back, and put that Brophy offense right back on the field.
Great play right there. He was playing defensive back, but he tracked that football down like he was playing wide receiver. Brophy now in the turnover department, and they got great field position. 1st and 10 from the 45. Handoff to Chambers, but he is thrown back immediately the strength of Keegan Shank has made sure Harrison Chambers was not going anywhere on that run.
That's kind of been his arch nemesis coming into this game. That's the guy who's been kind of shutting him down when trying to find those holes.
Very athletic Keegan Shank has been making plays all night from the edge right there. Another handoff straight to Chambers, and he's got a burst of speed. And wow, look at the acceleration from Chambers as he gains 15 quite quickly.
The acceleration indeed. We talk about the holes being able to close up. He makes his own hole on that play, able to get 15 yards, bring up a new fresh set of downs for this Bronco offense.
First and 10 from about the 30-yard line. McGinnis dropping back to pass immediately. He's got a screen, and it was too high for Harrison Chambers.
A little scary there on the pressure. Had pressure coming, tried to get it off to Chambers, off of his fingers, which is always a scary sight to see. Luckily, no one was able to grab it, and just having to bring up second down.
Chambers a little bit shorter than McGinnis, so maybe not used to the shorter man in stature, as Chambers is just 5'6". So a little high that time. McGinnis takes a snap on second down, dancing in the pocket, and he is wrestled down for the sack. All over him that time was the D-line of the Firebirds.
Did not give him much time at all to react. Had just a few seconds, couldn't get anything going, couldn't find a receiver open. Good play by that Firebirds defense there.
Uriel Perez out on the edge, getting McGinnis down there. 3rd and 16, first 3rd and long for the Firebirds in a little while. We'll see how they respond. McGinnis looking left side, lofts one up, got a receiver. And what is the ruling? It is intercepted once again. What an incredible athletic grab from Justin Fisher. That's his 2nd interception of the game.
Just completely read that play. Wasn't much they could really do. McGinnis tried to get it off the intended target, Nicholas Rodriguez, on that play, and just couldn't get it to him. A better play by the defense there. Not the turnover that they wanted. Let's see how this Firebird offense responds.
Well, you never want a turnover if you are the offense, but that one a little bit better as you're approaching your end zone and throwing it deep, having one picked off. Chaparral's got a long way to go here, 1st and 10 from about their 12 or 13-yard line. Design run for Marcel Jones here, and he's using his speed to change the field position. He just bursted right up the middle, gaining about 15 right there.
And you were talking about that earlier, getting the run game from him involved. I mean, that was their first down in the last 3 drives. So just impressive to see, and I'm curious to see how much more that he's going to be implementing the run.
Snap again, quick screen, and the receiver has room to the far side. They are running the clock there. That one caught by Tristan Armstrong.
Firebirds seem to have a lot more emotion after those interceptions. Their offense seems to just power up after those big interceptions for them.
Justin Fisher is bringing the energy for the Firebirds defense as Marcel Jones completes another screen here. And this one has some room, but a flag comes flying in from the back judge. So be curious to see what this one will be. So a potential promising screenplay right there brought back.
Not the penalty that they wanted to see right there. But yeah, like I said, I mean, seems like coming off of these interceptions, that have been the 2 biggest drives for the Firebirds. Just need some sort of emotion to push them.
Absolutely. Looking for that fire to play. And there's some confusion here as the holding occurred so far downfield that it was grounds for the first down. So Firebirds snap it 1st and 10 anyway. Jones, under some heavy pressure, dumps it out to the left and complete, finding his target, Titus Gomez there.
Very good play right there.
Correction, incomplete right there. Hard to see on the far sideline.
Very interesting play right there. If that was complete, I would have said it was a great play. But, I mean, just escaping the pocket and being able to find someone is impressive, not having to throw it out. But, yeah, just couldn't quite get his feet in there.
The Broncos' defensive line caused some problems there as Marcel Jones was flushed out immediately. This time looks like a design rollout. Whips one down the left sideline and incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
It's kind of the problem with his last interception, just kind of overthrowing his guys there. And the last one gave it right to Jack Sebald. On this one, just an incomplete pass.
Marcel Jones has definitely displayed some of his arm talent tonight in terms of the raw talent. He's got a really powerful arm and a nice spiral, but let's see if that accuracy gets better as the game goes on. Another 3rd down and long here. 3rd and 10. Jones with the snap. Broncos bring 3. Get him to him quickly. Fires up. One-on-one coverage. And incomplete. Plaz Johnson can't make the catch.
Billy a step. Great defense on that play. Had him on the one-on-one coverage and just had him all the way through. Great defense on that. No foul call on there either.
That's Billy Eastep right there. That's one of the best defensive backs for the Brophy Broncos. He's got offers from Washington State, Yale, Princeton, Harvard, Columbia, NAU, Idaho, and Idaho State. He missed last year with an injury. He's the number 46 ranked prospect in the class of 2024 by the Arizona Republic. It's good to see him back on the field making plays.
Good to see indeed.
Punt is away. Another low line drive knuckleballer. Cree Thomas makes the catch, but is tackled immediately on his return attempt.
Not able to get much on that. A pretty good punt right there. It's going to give the Broncos interesting field position with 7 minutes left to go in this first half.
Got, 7 minutes left to go. It's been an interesting first 2 couple quarters, but I think this drive could really start pulling the game heavily in favor of the Broncos to come up with a touchdown right now.
Indeed, this offense has just been rolling in these last 2 drives. Past that interception, I apologize. The last 3 drives have been interesting.
Snap on 1st and 10. McGinnis designed run this time.
Again, going with the read option. This time kind of flipping the script, having McGinnis go up the middle, and it worked to perfection.
The midline read option was a good call right there. The Stampede in the student section is at war with the PA system right now for their music disruption. Anyway, 2nd and 10, another option play. McGinnis with the moves, runs a man over, and is down inside Firebird territory.
Big first down for McGinnis there. Just led the way, able to break. It seemed like it was a designed run the whole time, and he was fast.
McGinnis, an underrated rusher. So far, coming into this game, he had 24 carries for 167 yards with 3 rushing touchdowns. Definitely a dual threat.
Seems like that's the new era of football we're moving into. A lot more quarterbacks need to have that speed to be versatile.
Absolutely. A new age of football is here, and the dual threat quarterback is quite popular. 1st and 10, handoff to Chambers, right side. Tackled down by Jaden Ridley and a few others. Gain of about 3.
Just tried to swing it out right there. Couldn't get anything going. It seems to me that Chambers has had the most success going up the middle, but it's always good to mix it up every once in a while.
Absolutely. Got to keep the defensive line, especially as good as Chaparral's been. Got to keep them on their toes, make them think, is it going to be inside or outside? Don't have them already knowing. 2nd and 6. McGinnis gives it again to Chambers. Chambers with a second life. Finally tackled by Clay Watkins.
Kind of seemed like the defense was a little bit confused whether McGinnis was running the ball or Chambers, but good play for them to read and react and hold Broncos to a short gain.
3rd and short once again. It's about 3rd and 3. It'll be interesting to see what the Broncos do. Last time out, they ran on 3rd, didn't get it. They threw it on 4th. McGinnis with the man in motion. Takes the snap, looking to throw right away. Got his man, And it's enough for the first down. A smart call right there to find Dalen Sharper.
Yeah, Dalen, like I said earlier, did not have much of a role in last week's game, but it's good to see him this week on the field for about every play, making those catches when they need it most.
He's been their go-to guy for those quick screen plays, getting it out quickly and making a move. Good call right there. Just get it to him quickly for the first. This 1st and 10. It's kept by McGinnis on the counter. He's got space, makes a cut, and tackled down at the 15-yard line by Jaden Ridley.
Great play by McGinnis, able to find the hole with speed, with intention. I mean, a great play call right there.
Very interesting design to have a counter for the quarterback, but it worked to perfection. Offensive lineman moving at all the right places at the right time. McGinnis in the shotgun. Hands it off right away with some space. Down inside the 5-yard line. Brendan Liu. Subbed in for Harrison Chambers there.
And a big gain. The 3rd running back on this roster, getting the opportunity. And he's still on the field in the goal line.
The goal line package, 1st and goal. Just handed off to him again. And he is eaten alive in the backfield with the final blow coming from Plaz Johnson that time.
Now Chambers going to come back onto the field.
Second and goal after a loss on the run play that time. Chambers comes back into the football game. And McGinnis with 2 backs in the backfield. Just gives it to Chambers. Uses his speed to drive outside, and he's in. Touchdown, Brophy.
Harrison Chambers, the guy that they needed. I mean, what a step-up game for him. You lose a big running back in Carlos Estrada, and he has filled the role completely well.
It's been a banner day for him. Next man up mentality. He's getting his chance, and he is making the most of it, and then some.
Very impressive.
Fury on for the extra point, and he absolutely nails it. Splits the middle in half, and the score is now the Brophy College Prep Broncos 17 and the Chaparral Firebirds 6.
Great drive from the Broncos there. Just made it down the field with ease, able to eat some time off that clock. Only 3 minutes remaining in this first half. Now it comes down to the defense. Can they get a stop here? This would be huge and go a long way for them having a good shot at winning this game.
Absolutely. The good news, the rare good news for Chaparral right now is they kicked off first, so they will get the ball in the second half. Brophy has got 3 minutes to defend right here because Chaparral has something to do what I like to call the slingshot effect, and that is score right before going into halftime and then get the ball coming out of halftime and then score again. You slingshotted yourself 2 scores without having to play defense.
I like that. I like that.
So it'll be interesting to see how this one gets played out. But Eddie Jetton on for kickoff duties once again. Alex Hegg back there to receive. Another long booming kick. This one fielded in the end zone once again for the automatic touchback. So Chaparral is going to get a familiar start, 1st and 10 from their own 20. Kobe, what does the Brophy Broncos defense need to do, specifically this drive, to make sure Chaparral doesn't score?
Watch that secondary. I think those high and deep passes that have just been getting over the receivers are going to have a chance to fall. It's going to take that secondary just being aware, being awake, and being ready to stop the pass.
1st and 10, and Marcel Jones in the shotgun once again. Straight rollout to the left. He's got his man Plaz Johnson caught. Johnson making moves and finally shoved to the ground by Alex Salome.
And those short passes are only going to get you so far. I mean, the time rolling down with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. They're going to be looking to put some air on these balls in these next couple plays.
Definitely, we've seen the talent of Marcel Jones. He can sling the rock, so if someone gets free, I'm sure he'll let one unload. But that one's good for the confidence. Get 8 yards and make it 2nd and short. Jones takes the snap, steps up in the pocket, and deflected away. What a play by Cree Thomas.
Cree Thomas just completely read the play, tried to go for a quick short route, could not get it, almost got picked off there off the tip, but that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Absolutely textbook stuff. You thought Cree Thomas was too far, not able to reach the ball in time, but that just shows you his athleticism and why he's so highly ranked. He is able to get to spots you don't think he can. 3rd and 2, and Chaparral is in serious danger of stalling out on another 3-and-out. Snap taken, Jones rolls left, dumps it off quickly to his man. Nice juke move made, and works his way close to out of bounds, keeps fighting for extra yards. Hunter Woland right there, making a big play for Chaparral's momentum to stay alive.
Good plays, able to get the ball before any coverage is really near him, and has a one-on-one, makes a great move, and able to get the 1st down for the Firebirds.
Referee comes in flailing his arms. Broncos want to talk this one over, so they're taking a timeout. So will we. We'll be back right after the break.
Hello everyone, this is
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de.
And welcome back to the action, folks. Both teams breaking the huddle of their timeout. Chaparral just made a big 3rd and short conversion. They got it 1st and 10 now at about their own 40-yard line. Jones rolls out right immediately. Gets a block, just fires it, and it's intercepted. Cree Thomas makes the play. What can't he do?
Cree Thomas, what a play there. I mean, scrambling out to his right, doesn't have much time, makes a questionable throw with a lot of guys there. Cree, the guy who ends up catching it, and just a big change of events now for the Broncos. They can score here.
This could get out of reach fast. Brophy has got a golden opportunity to put away Chaparral as quickly as possible here. I mean, you were talking about it. I asked you before that drive, what was the key? It was the secondary, you said. Great answer, because Cree Thomas, a member of that great secondary, all over the field that last drive.
Great play there. And now the Broncos with a chance to score here. Not something you would expect.
1st and 10, Brophy from the Firebird 45-yard line. Just a handoff to Harrison Chambers immediately. He'll maybe get a yard. He was stuffed by Uriel Perez.
With that run there, I'm interested to see their approach finishing out this drive. What are they looking for here? I mean, letting some time eat off the clock right there. Questionable call there with a minute 40.
They're holding on to 2 timeouts. Minute 35. Off the snap, McGinnis just fires to Chambers quickly, and a smart decision right there, as him getting out in the flat leads to 9 quick yards.
We haven't seen too much of that from Chambers, but not quite sure why. That was an explosive run right there, right after the catch. And that, I mean, that's exactly what you want from a run like that.
3rd and about 2. And there's that hard count again. McGinnis has it working like magic.
It is such an effective play right there. I mean, that's a reset of downs right there. Just all from just being aware, and that is just such a big advantage for most quarterbacks who can do that.
Hard count definitely requires some trust from coach, so credit to Coach Jewell as well to let McGinnis do that. McGinnis' snap pumps short. He's got him wide open. Touchdown, Brophy Broncos. It's Nathan Benzie making the catch.
And, I mean, broken coverage right there. Benzie breaks, gets completely open. McGinnis first looked Chambers, didn't like it, finds a wide open receiver downfield, and, I mean, a huge score to finish out this half.
The momentum is all Brophy right now. Connor Fury is out there to make the extra point once again. Didn't want to say anything too early for an announcer's jinx, but he splits them once again. Broncos go up 24-6 over the Chaparral Firebirds.
I mean, another great drive. You got to thank the defense on that one to start with such great field position, but good job from McGinnis and that whole offense to just be able to quickly score. Now with a minute left, Lucas, I have a question for you. What do you think the Firebirds' approach is going to be?
I think you just have to get this one to half at this point. You can't risk another interception and another Brophy score, because that would be it. I think that might be game over. That might be too much momentum to come back from. So if you're Chaparral, I think you have to take like safety shots. Like you could throw it deep, but only to one-on-one coverage or only to a certain player or only certain schemes. You got to be really careful with it, because another turnover, another score, giving the ball back to Brophy won't end well. So worst case scenario, Brophy's got 2 timeouts. Just take a couple knees or hand it off and pick it up, make the adjustments at halftime, come back in the third quarter. That kick is another touchback. The kicking tandem has been working well, and off camera, a little celebration from Eddie Jetton there, golf swing. He's able to keep booting them in the end zone. Why not?
The Broncos have had a really cool celebration on the sidelines. They've got a gold Thanos glove that they've been waving around in the air after they score or make a big play. It's always exciting to see the sidelines have maybe a little prop just to get the fans going.
Definitely, we've seen the rise of it the last 2 years, especially with turnovers. We've seen turnover items, and they definitely swept across college, and now they're sweeping high school. Chaparral goes into the shotgun, 1st and 10. Jones makes quick throw, almost intercepted. There's a flag that got thrown out immediately. It'll be interesting to see if that is an ineligible man downfield with the screenplay.
I mean, that was just too close for comfort if you're Chaparral. Exactly what you were saying. You know, you don't want to risk another interception because that could really put this one out of reach. And that's exactly what they did, a risky pass right there. And I'm interested to see if they're going to continue doing that after that kind of a throw, or if they're going to try to just bring this one to the second half.
1 minute, 1 second left to go. And they just got a 10-yard penalty. It's 1st and 20 from their own 10-yard line. So now they're risking a safety on top of it. So they got to be careful here. Far trips, but it's just a handoff. Safe play right there, but a nice cut. He's got some room to the right side. Lowers the shoulder through the man. And a nice 30-yard run. Chaparral may rethink their strategy now, as Plaz Johnson is explosive in the open field.
Seemed like with the run right there, that was their goal. They're going to take it into the second half. But after a run like that, you got to reset your sights.
1st and 10 from their own 40. They'll just hand it off to Plaz Johnson again and let him go to work. He slips again. Very interesting. A timeout being called by the Chaparral Firebirds. We're going to head to break real quick, and we'll be back after the timeout.
When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show.
Welcome back to the action here, folks. Chaparral breaks the huddle for their timeout. We thought they might just need this one out or hand it off out, but an explosive run by Plaz Johnson, and Chaparral may try and put up a score here. Hand off to Johnson again, but that time he swallowed up for a yard. Brophy saw the adjustment, and frantically waving for another timeout is Chaparral.
An interesting decision there. I was convinced that I was going to see some balls in the air here, especially late, trying to maybe put something on the board, but it seems like they're just sticking with that run game. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, they'll take it to the second half.
It's interesting right now because Chaparral is calling the timeouts right now after these failed runs, so they're obviously trying to score in a sense. They're trying to preserve the time on the clock, but I think they are trying to reach for the same bag and trying to reach for the same move a few too many times. It was good at first, caught him off guard, got a long run. But now the Brophy defense is ready for Plaz Johnson, who's normally a wide receiver. They're ready for that handoff to him. So Chaparral on third and medium might have to adjust their sights. What would you call here? 3rd and 4, one timeout left, 28 seconds. Down by a couple possessions around midfield. What would you call?
If I'm looking at it here, there's not much time on the clock. I don't think we're in there anywhere near field goal range. I'm going deep. I'm trying to find one guy open, maybe find some one-on-one coverage right here, especially with the way no deep safeties on this play. If they can beat them, I think that'd be the recipe for success to finish out this quarter.
It's a very interesting call. They are all up pretty close, and it will be a pass. Johnson escapes pressure, but not for long. He's sacked on the play. It's Brandon Byrne making the tackle. 15 seconds and ticking.
This defensive line been giving him trouble today. Came up big there.
And it looks like both teams are just content to let bygones be bygones and finish the first 2 quarters of play. Your halftime score, the Brophy College Prep Broncos 24, the Chaparral Firebirds 6. And we will be taking a break for halftime. We will see you at the start of the 3rd quarter.
Hello everyone, this is Kyle Cooper with Varsity Sports, and I'm back again with another halftime segment. This week we are going back to the NFL. We are skipping the podium and going to a brand new segment called Dive. You might be familiar with this guy right here, NFL quarterback Brock Purdy. Some of you might not actually know this, but Brock Purdy was born here in Arizona in Queen Creek. He made his name known throughout the state back in 2015 through 2017 as the quarterback for Perry High School. Now, right after his sophomore year in high school, the AIA actually adjusted the region so Perry could be placed in the 6A Division Premier Region. The 6A region ranks as one of the toughest regions in all of the United States for high school football. During high school, Purdy competed against some top-tier competition in playing Chandler, Hamilton, and Basha. You might be familiar with those schools. In the years of 2016 and 2017, Brock Purdy led Perry to the state championship back-to-back, but ended up losing both of those games 65-28 and 48-42 to Chandler High School. For the 2017 to 2018 season, Brock Purdy was named the Gatorade Player of the Year, and this was the first Arizona Football Player of the Year award to go to Perry High School. Throughout high school, his stats were pretty impressive, throwing for 4,410 yards, 57 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 1,106 rushing yards, and 10 rushing touchdowns. It wasn't all positive for Brock Purdy, as people overlooked him, and this continued to be a theme throughout his career. ESPN and 247 Sports considered Purdy as only a 3-star recruit coming out of high school. Despite this rating, Purdy committed to Iowa State University and joined Kyle Kempt and Zeb Nolan as the third-string quarterback. He soon became the starter that freshman year, as Kempt got injured and Nolan wasn't really producing on the field, so they gave the start to Brock Purdy. In his first season, he would finish with a career-best 169.9 passer rating, and he completed 146 out of 220 passes for 2,250 yards, 16 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. The Cyclones achieved 4 consecutive winning seasons with Purdy under center. This made it the first time the program has seen 4 straight winning seasons back since 1923 to 1927. Throughout college, Purdy earned a 151.1 passer rating, throwing for 12,170 yards, 81 touchdowns, and 33 interceptions. But he still wasn't turning any heads and getting noticed. After college, he declared for the NFL draft, and if you're an NFL fan, we all know that Brock Purdy was picked last in the 2022 draft. This is where his nickname Mr. Irrelevant came from. The 2022 to 23 season for the 49ers was a great one, as they had the #1 defense in the NFL and a really star-studded offense as well. After promising young quarterback Trey Lance went out with an injury in week 2 of the season, Jimmy Garoppolo took the job, but only lasted till week 13 of the season. After Garoppolo suffered a foot injury, Brock Purdy came into the game, and this is where he would make a name for himself in the NFL. Brock Purdy stepped in, completed 25 to 37 passes for 210 yards and 2 touchdowns. He became the first Mr. Irrelevant to throw for a touchdown pass in a regular season game. You really can't make this up. In his first career start, he bested Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. After that game, the team went on to win 6 games in a row and made it to the NFC Championship game. The 49ers completed their 22 to 23 season with a loss to the Eagles in that championship game. It didn't help either that Brock Purdy was out for most of the game with an injury, and what looked like a Super Bowl winning team fell short and had to go home. Despite losing their #1 and #2 quarterbacks, the 49ers discovered a star in the making. The 49ers are coming off a dominant 30-7 win over the Pittsburgh Steelers. With their excellent defense, one of the best running backs in the NFL in Christian McCaffrey, star wide receivers, and Mr. Relevant, the sky is the limit for the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers will play the Los Angeles Rams this Sunday, and it will be the first time that a #1 overall pick in Matthew Stafford faces off against the last pick in the draft in Brock Purdy. He went from taking Perry High School to the state championship to taking the San Francisco 49ers to the NFC Championship game. It's clear that Arizona's own Brock Purdy is proving all these haters wrong. This has been your week's deep dive, and once again, I'm Kyle Cooper with Varsity Sports, and enjoy the second half.
The NFL season is back, so let's take a look at some of the top plays from Week 1, starting with the hometown Arizona Cardinals against the Washington Commanders. How about the defense of the Cardinals coming up with this fumble 6, returning it to the house for a touchdown? The Cardinals defense looked good, but they unfortunately lose a close one. Then we have Trevor Lawrence of the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a throw to Zay Jones in the back of the end zone. They had to check to make sure he caught it, but somehow he kept his entire body in bounds and was able to corral it. What an incredible catch from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Then from one AFC South team to another, how about the great Derrick Henry of the Tennessee Titans doing it once again? He became famous for his stiff arms, and here's another ridiculous one against Marcus May of the Saints. Just absolutely pushes him out of the way, trucks him out of the way. Derrick Henry doing his thing right from the get-go this season in Week 1. It was a phenomenal week for the San Francisco 49ers. How about Christian McCaffrey? Incredible rushing performance, incredible spin move, taking it to the house. Great blocks from Brandon Ayuk. The 49ers looked dominant against the Steelers in Week 1. The future looks bright in Green Bay. How about Romeo Doubs from Jordan Love? Young QB, young receiver, finding that connection right from the get-go in Week 1. Love back of the end zone, finds Dobbs, hauls it in. Great touchdown catch. Packers looked good in Week 1. Tough loss for the New England Patriots, but how about this grab from Hunter Henry, the tight end, the one-hand, left-handed grab. Great catch, great highlight from Week 1. The first-round rookie Bijan Robinson of the Falcons looks like he has so much promise. Look at this juke move, multiple juke moves on his way to the end zone. The first-round running back out of Texas looks like he's off to a great start and going to have one heck of an NFL career. The QB receiver performance of the day would have to be Tua Tagovailoa and Tyreek Hill, finding him time after time after time. Some incredible throws, 2 for a touchdown. Tua goes for 466 yards through the air. Tyreek Hill, 215 receiving yards. I mean, just a ridiculous deep ball catcher and deep ball thrower is Tua. And of course, it had to end with the game-winning touchdown going to Tyreek Hill to seal the deal for the Dolphins over the Chargers in Week 1. What a clutch fourth quarter touchdown from Tyreek Hill. Great throw for Tua, right on the money to win the game. What a disastrous night for the New York Giants, and it started like this. Graham Gano, the kicker, gets his kick blocked, and Noah Igbenogany of the Dallas Cowboys defense, which looked dominant, takes it all the way to the house, and the Cowboys would end up winning 40-0 on Sunday night. Let's just say Garrett Wilson has a bright future. What an incredible catch. Maybe a catch of the year candidate already in Week 1. Just ridiculous stuff from the young receiver. Zach Wilson finds him in the back of the end zone. Somehow he juggles and hauls it in and finds a way to hang on. He just kind of stuck his arm out but found a way to control it to the ground and not lose it. Just unbelievable stuff. It was a tough opening night for the Jets after losing Aaron Rodgers to that terrible injury, but how about the rookie Xavier Gipson in overtime returning a punt for a touchdown to win the game for the Jets? Just an incredible return. Only the third return touchdown to win a game in overtime to start off the Jets season 1-0.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester, I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as the social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside of you.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
My name is Kyle Krikorian, and I'm a sophomore studying journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I am thrilled to join the Varsity Media Foundation as a technical director following Horizon High School football this fall. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle Krikorian.
What's inside you? Is it strength? Is it speed? Is it knowledge of the game? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper, running faster, and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center trains the athlete in all of us with technology, techniques, and hands-on experience customized to you. See what you're capable of by unlocking the greatness inside of you.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as a social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
My name is Kyle Krikorian, and I'm a sophomore studying journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I am thrilled to join the Varsity Media Foundation as a technical director following Horizon High School football this fall. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle Krikorian.
What's inside you? Is it strength? Is it speed? Is it knowledge of the game? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper, running faster, and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center trains the athlete in all of us with technology, techniques, and hands-on experience customized to you. See what you're capable of by unlocking the greatness inside of you.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sport. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackson Webster and I'm a senior at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. This semester I will be joining Varsity Sports Show as a social media manager. I'm excited to promote and make engaging and informative content this semester.
What's inside you? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center uses the latest technologies to train the athlete in all of us. Unlock the greatness inside of you.
Hey everyone, my name is Jason Goldie from the Varsity Sports Show. I love sports and fell in love with sports broadcasting back in high school. I can't wait to bring you my unique perspective because I am on the autism spectrum and sometimes I view things a little differently.
My name is Kyle Krikorian, and I'm a sophomore studying journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I am thrilled to join the Varsity Media Foundation as a technical director following Horizon High School football this fall. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle Krikorian.
What's inside you? Is it strength? Is it speed? Is it knowledge of the game? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper, running faster, and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center trains the athlete in all of us with technology, techniques, and hands-on experience customized to you. See what you're capable of by unlocking the greatness inside of you.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club.
And welcome back, folks, to Central High School here in northern Phoenix, Arizona. It is a warm night tonight. The sun is completely set, black sky, and the Friday night lights are on, and the Brophy Broncos lead the Chaparral Firebirds 24-6. I'm Lucas Metzner alongside with my analyst Kobe Van Nort. Kobe, what stood out to you the most during the first half of play?
The first half was just very interesting from that Brophy offense. It seemed like to start things off, they came out a little bit flat. They were down 6-0 early, but after that, just completely turned around. I think the offense was rolling on almost every single drive after the first two drives. So really, I just think it's keeping up more or less the same coming into the second half for them.
Most definitely, and I'd like to give some credit to their leader, the leader of the Brophy Broncos offense. That's Charlie McGinnis, and he has just been spectacular this season. Like we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, he's throwing 67.5% completion percentage. Absolutely insane.
Whether he's throwing the ball or running the ball, it's been just domination all night for him. It seems like he's finding the right guys, not sticking to one guy. We saw earlier CC Camarada seemed to be that third down guy, but really just kind of found everyone today, really splitting the floor. And, I mean, I think the biggest thing is their run game today. You can't tell who's getting the ball. If Charlie's running it, if Chambers is running it, it's just so hard to tell what this offense has been doing so far.
The option is firing on all cylinders, and it's been a critical play for them to this point to make sure that they are in front right now, leaving that one defender unblocked, and that misdirection of this way, that way has really given the Firebirds some fits tonight. Eddie Jetson getting set to kick off once again. And he has done nothing but send that ball into the end zone for touchbacks all night long. Jetson raises his hand, gets referee approval, and boots this one into the night sky, into the end zone once again for the auto touchback. Nothing new for the Firebirds. But we've been raving about the Brophy Bronco offense, but Chaparral only has 6 points right now. Why is that, Kobe?
The secondary has been there, honestly, at all cylinders. I mean, I like the defensive line, too, today. Just bringing pressure and having those guys open. 2 interceptions today, too. Just a great defense and offense so far.
firing on all cylinders, all three phases of the ball, including special teams. Marcel Jones comes back out in the shotgun, and he hands it off to Plaz Johnson, and Johnson powers his way forward for a 20-yard rush.
He's had a couple of big gains today, as you said earlier, listed as a wide receiver, getting a lot of rushes today. Kind of seems to be leading the pack for him in terms of rushing.
Chaparral with the adjustment. They got a two running back backfield as Jones takes the snap and hands it off to the other running back, Hunter Woland.
Hunter Woland, another guy listed as a wide receiver. Very versatile offense right now from the Firebirds, showing that they can use both of those running backs, and they have a quarterback who can run.
Head coach Neesonson of the Firebirds has certainly made his halftime adjustments, as that time Jones gets out a quick throw and some speed down the left sideline. Flag comes flying, but for the moment, it's a nice gain from Titus Gomez.
And a very interesting approach from the Firebirds right now in their first drive. I mean, they're just pumping the field right now and really making some big plays.
So it'll be taken back because of the holding right there, but you're right. The idea of what you're saying is completely right. They come out of this half, they've made their adjustments, they're getting to the wide side of the field, they're using the middle of the field. They're finally keeping the Brophy Broncos defense off balance. Plaz Johnson takes the handoff once again, gains 2, leaves 3rd and 3, but he is down on the turf right now. He's able to limp himself closer to the sideline, and we're going to take a quick break for injury right now. All right, folks, we are back. Johnson has made it off the field. But what I was saying before that is Plaz Johnson has been a difference maker for this offense, especially the second half. They've come out firing. Now he's off to the sideline. So where does Chaparral go from here, Kobe, with the loss, either temporary or permanent, of Plaz Johnson?
Well, I think they're really just going to have to try to, next man up, kind of same idea that Brophy's doing. Hunter Woland's going to have to get a bigger role now.
Marcel Jones keeps it himself on 3rd and short. He's trying to make a move. He's going to be very close to the marker, but tackle made that time by Brandon Byrne.
From here, it looked like he was just a bit short on that play, and he is. It'll bring up a 4th down. It'll be interesting to see whether they're going to go for it or bring on the punt unit.
Inches short, and I think 9 out of 10 coaches would also go for this one in this situation. Midfield right here. They're about at the 49.5, and they run a QB sneak. But someone's saying the ball came free. It's a fumble recovered by the Broncos. Flag comes flying from the far sideline. What a chaotic 4th down play.
One of the biggest things about running the ball is you have to have the ball. Right there, kind of stuck his arms out trying to get the 1st down, but really just a little bit more focused on not holding the ball. Able to just pops it out right there, and a great recovery from Brophy. Wow, what a turn of events.
Heads up defense right there. Like you said, was trying to reach, ensure his team moves the sticks, gets the 1st down, and the ball comes flying free as a result. So looks like someone from Brophy might have mouthed off in excitement there. So that'll cost them 15 yards, but still great field position here.
Great field position, unexpected real field position. I mean, like you said, 9 out of 10 coaches are going to go for that, and 9 out of 10 coaches are going to get that. So a very unfortunate play for the Firebirds, but Brophy, with great field position, with not even expecting them to get the ball.
McGinnis still in that shotgun formation. 3 receivers to the top of the screen, but hands off to Chambers instead. And he makes a stiff arm, breaks a tackle. That's a 10-yard run for another Brophy Bronco, first down.
What a move from Chambers there. This time going with the outside run, and I mean, it worked to perfection. He has been just taking this RB1 role very seriously and doing a great job.
We're not exactly sure what comes next for starting running back Carlos Estrada, but we know one thing's for certain: Harrison Chambers making the most of his chances as he gets the ball again on first down. And that small 5'6" frame, but he's always lowering his shoulder into the teeth of that defense.
He's a smaller guy, but he is a tough one. Don't see him go down that easily, and he fights for those extra yards.
Absolutely fearless at the running back position, always fighting for extra yardage and doing a good job of covering up the football, like you said, while doing so. 2nd and 8 here. McGinnis gives it to Chambers once again, finds some room up the middle, and that time got popped. Ball comes free, and Chaparral takes it right back. Wow, what an announcer's jinx right there.
Not what he wanted right there. Huge hit on the play there. Let's hope he's all right. Just completely ran through him there, just popped out of his hands.
Well, we were right about one thing. Absolutely fearless right there. 3 defenders in all around him, and he goes shoulder first into the closest one. But wow, what a hit as his body went flying in the air, as did the football.
Not what he wanted, but all you got to do is know, yeah, he's had a great game so far. Hopefully he can turn around in the next drive, the next opportunity he gets.
Feels like Chaparral has just been given a second life, as Jones almost mishandled the snap, but he gets his screen pass out quickly, and one of the back judges throws a flag, trying to get it in closer to the play.
Yeah, almost a must snap there right there, but good play, being able to bring it back in, and after the holding call on the defense.
Referee calls the face mask there. Hard to see his personal foul motion. But, yeah, Chaparral has just been given a second life here after what seemed like the momentum could be insurmountable towards Brophy. It's a very important drive for the Firebirds.
Yeah, I mean, given an extra opportunity after failing at the beginning.
That first down play there, not much going. Jones completes to Tristan Armstrong, but the Broncos secondary on it right away. Gain of maybe a yard. I do see number 6 right there. Plaz Johnson is back on the field, so good news for the Firebirds there. Not a minor injury. Could be a difference maker if the Firebirds want to get back in it. Design rollout right for Jones. He's looking, and he fires incomplete. Skips out on the sideline, brings up 3rd and long.
Yeah, as you mentioned, he had the planned rollout there and just didn't really find anyone. Weird to see no receivers on the side that he was rolling out on. Couldn't find anyone to get it to, and he'll just have to take the incomplete pass.
And it looks like there is an injured Firebird down on the field. So we hope he's all right while the training staff tends to him.
Yeah, we didn't really see the hit there, but never good to see a player down on the field right now getting looked at. Hopefully everything's all right.
We're going to take a timeout here, head to commercial break, and we will see you once play resumes.
When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
What's inside you? Is it strength? Is it speed? Is it knowledge of the game? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper, running faster, and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center trains the athlete in all of us with technology, techniques, and hands-on experience customized to you. See what you're capable of by unlocking the greatness inside of you.
Welcome back to the action here at Central High School in beautiful North Phoenix, Arizona. We are here in the night sky as Chance Prince, Titus Gomez was the injured player there, and he has made it to the sideline. I'm Lucas Metzner along with my color analyst, Kobe Van Noort. And we got a student hyping up the Brophy crowd. 3rd and 10 here for the Firebirds. Jones in the shotgun. Snap is over his head, plays it out of bounds, scrambling left, and somehow completes the pass.
Wow. Lots to talk on about that play. I mean, that's the second snap that's gone right over his head, but good play on being able to actually get something out of that. Able to get a few and cut it down to about a 4th and medium.
The improv skills from Marcel Jones right there, very impressive. Marked down was Hunter Woland when he made the catch there. Very impressive body control from both of them. Jones was running away from his body, and now he faces the 4th and medium, takes a shotgun snap, looks right, throws over the middle, and it's caught. It's very close to the sticks, though. Both teams getting involved for a push. And the offensive line giving an assist right there. That'll move the chains forward for a Firebird first down.
Yeah, great play right there. Able to find the receiver. Very surprising to see them go 4th and 6 there, but seems like they got it. And, yeah, I mean, just a good play call there.
I don't disagree with that call. Time is winding down. We're middle of the 3rd quarter here, but the Firebirds are down multiple scores. And it looks like they finally have something clicking on this drive. Going to be 1st and 10 from the Bronco 30-yard line. Jones looks deep to the right. He's got a man, and it's caught. Touchdown, Chaparral. What a play by Gavin Mesa.
I mean, great throw right there. I mean, good coverage. Had the one-on-one coverage, but just a better play by Gavin. Great throw, great catch, and well, now things are getting a little bit more interesting.
Yes, Chaparral is back in it. That is the first time they have scored without the aid of a turnover right there. So their kicker, Keegan Shank, is getting ready to line this one up. That one splits them. But flags fly from the middle of the field right there. This will probably count, but there's a small chance it won't. And it will be against Chaparral, so he'll have to kick this one again. He's got plenty of leg. Only question was accuracy. He missed the first one. He made this one that didn't count, so we'll see where he's at on his 3rd attempt.
Yeah, right now down 12 points. I mean, not quite sure why they're sticking with trying to go down by 11, but it's an interesting decision.
And right through the middle, it is blocked. Screaming through was Bastian Vandenbosch.
great play, just ran right through the defender who was covering him and got right up on there. I mean, look, backing up to have to take that kick definitely took a toll on that. Having to take more time into that kick gave them that extra second, extra step, and that's what caused that right there.
Unfortunate penalty for that special teams point after unit, as they had the original one, but something went wrong with holding and whatnot.
Another interesting drive, though, by the Chaparral Firebirds. I mean, able to really change the momentum after that fumble from Chambers and turn it around for a score. Today has been an interesting one for them, but they have really capitalized on some of these turnovers.
They definitely have, coming off of the turnovers. Excuse me, I was wrong. They have now only scored, aided off of their turnovers. And what a catch that last play by Gavin Mesa. The body control to be sprinting one way and turn his body 180 degrees and make that catch. So things got a whole lot more interesting, like you said, and this one is not over yet. Chaparral is not going away quietly.
Not even close. A very big drive for Brophy here, though. If they can answer back with a score, that could make things a lot more interesting for their chances to win.
Squib quick kick here, and Cree Thomas is out making moves, but a good tackle that time. He stopped before he can do any damage right there, and Brophy will take over. Disadvantaged field position, 1st and 10 from their own 15.
And, you know, one thing I want to hit on is just how important it is for this offense to stay hot for the Firebirds to be able to win this game. I mean, if their best opportunity to be able to come away with a win is capitalizing on every single mistake that Brophy makes. It seems that when there's a fumble, when there's a turnover, both the offense and defense get motivated. So getting those turnovers have really helped them so far today.
This drive feels like it'll dictate a lot of momentum going forward. McGinnis motions his man and throws it right to him, but Harrison Chambers can't make the catch. Brings up 2nd and 10.
After the fumble there, you know, maybe a little bit of anxiety on Chambers' side, not wanting to mess up once more.
Yeah, interesting. He's been steady hands all night. They've only gone to that play once before where they motion him out and just throw it to him real quick. So 2nd and 10. The senior leader quarterback, Charlie McGinnis, I expect a strong throw from him right here. Takes the snap, and it's a quick pitch instead, trying to get Chambers' confidence back, but he is swallowed up this time. Leading the charge, Joaquin Almaraz.
And one thing I've seen so far, it seems like the Firebirds' approach coming into the second half is to minimize that run game. Chambers obviously having little to no success so far, and I haven't seen much of McGinnis's legs so far in the second half, so I'm curious to see what exactly Chaparral had in place for this run game.
Game of adjustments, 3rd and 10. Trips receivers to the right side of McGinnis, top of your screen. He looks that way, has a man, lofts it over the middle, and incomplete, broken up. The coverage that time from Dominic Espinoza.
Nearly intercepted on that play. Good throw, just tight coverage, kind of a hard window to fall through, just out of reach for CC on that play. And that'll bring up 4th, and it's definitely going to be a punt for the Brophy offense.
Yeah, that one's just a tough window to get in. You got 3 defenders in the area versus your 1 receiver. Credit to Charlie McGinnis, thrown in the right spot, but it got dangerous due to that one-on-one collision going for the football between those two. Lucky for the Broncos, falls to the turf, and they get the chance to punt it away. 4th and 10 here. Broncos almost have that one blocked. Punt, not all that great, kind of shanked out of bounds. But I think the Broncos will live with that result as opposed to having one blocked through the back of the end zone.
Oh, yes, completely. Already in a tough spot from where they had to punt it from, and yeah, just too bad. But the Firebirds coming out, slashing early, a great offensive drive, a great defensive drive, and now they have the ball back with plenty of time to try to make a comeback in this game.
Just makes me wonder what the Firebirds coach said in the locker room to fire those boys up. They were looking a little potentially unmotivated coming off the field, looking a little defeated, but they have came out strong for this 3rd quarter, and they've answered to make this a football game once again. First and 10, Jones looks to his left, fires deep left, and it's picked off once again. Jack Flaherty makes the interception, and Marcel Jones pays again. The Brophy secondary read him like a book.
Yeah, just what a play right there. A great catch. I mean, the biggest thing for Marcel today has been overthrowing his targets, and you see that a little bit once more, and the Broncos defense has just taken advantage of every mistake that he's made.
So it'll be interesting to see if this is a touchback. No, they're going to give him forward progress at about the 3 or 4 yard line. So good news for Brophy, they get the football. Bad news is there is not a lot of operating room right there.
Correction on that interception, Marlon Colbert on the interception. Really good play from him, his first of the night.
First and 10 from their own 4 yard line. McGinnis just gives it off right away, and Chambers is swallowed up quickly. A correction, wide receiver handoff that time to Jacob Buggy, but he's going to lose a yard or two, and the Broncos are right next to their own goal line at risk of a safety here.
Seems like Buggy had a little bit of trouble getting off after that run there, and the officials will come out and they're going to take a look at him.
Not a great sight to see. Hope Jacob Buggy is okay. So with that, we'll take a short break and be right back once we get back to the action.
What's inside you? Is it strength? Is it speed? Is it knowledge of the game? Unlocking the greatness inside you means digging deeper, running faster, and going further than you can on your own. Banner Sports Medicine High Performance Center trains the athlete.
And we are back to the action here at Central High School in beautiful northern Phoenix, Arizona. Friday night lights as the Brophy College Prep Broncos have 24 and are leading the Chaparral Firebirds. We have 24-12 right now, 2-possession game. I'm Lucas Metzner along with my color analyst, Kobe Van Nort. It's 2nd and 12 for the Broncos, and they are pinned deep in their own territory.
Pinned deep in their own territory, but better that than giving the Firebirds an open drive. Just a good stop from the defense to give this offense another chance to show its true colors in the second half.
McGinnis in the shotgun, trips receivers to the bottom of the screen. He takes the snap and he throws it quickly over there. And incomplete. Was looking for the quick screen with Dalen Sharper, not to be that time.
And the offense just coming out a little bit flat to start off this second half. Just haven't really gotten anything going. The run game is being stopped, and it doesn't seem like McGinnis is getting any of those deep threats like he typically does. So interested to see what he does here 3rd and long, knowing that he's going to need to throw if he wants to get some yards.
They've definitely lacked the rhythm in this third quarter that they had in the first half. Might look for some running back extra protection here to avoid the safety. McGinnis will just hand it off immediately, and there goes Harrison Chambers down the right sideline. He's got a lane, but he is going to be chased down. Jaden Ridley makes a great tackle, but Harrison Chambers with a burst of speed.
We talked about his confidence early in this first half, and I think he's got it back up. I think he's got that confidence rolling now after a huge gain.
Really explosive in the acceleration and speed department. Flips the field, and a quick handoff right up the middle once again. Stopped almost immediately. Tackle was made by Uriel Perez.
Brendan Loop now coming in, giving Chambers a little bit of a rest for a little bit after that huge run.
Going to be about 2nd and 6 coming up here. McGinnis with 3 receivers to his left. He fakes the handoff, finds his man right open. It's Jax Ryan Little stutter step and a few extra yards there. Tackle finally made by Dylan Malumba.
I mean, what a turn of the field there, going from 3rd and 12 and almost in your own end zone to 3 plays later being in the red zone. I mean, just that shows you how fast this offense can work.
Quick pass, complete, and a few yards gained on that screen.
McGinnis's pass complete to Ryan DeConing, number 83. Alavian Buckley with the stop. Check that, Ryan Januzzi is wearing number 8.
That screen pass, gaining a few right there.
4-yard gain,
2nd and 6 coming up. McGinnis fakes the handoff and takes it himself. Right side, got some speed, and he's down near the first down marker. Think he's going to be just short. 3rd and a yard.
Couldn't get as much room. It seemed like the Firebirds are kind of catching on to the read option a little bit more, being prepared to have guys back just in case McGinnis does decide to take off.
Definitely an adjustment made in that locker room. McGinnis not leaving the shotgun here, even on 3rd and a yard. And did the hard count just work again?
The 3rd time today.
Dead ball. Encroachment defense. Half the distance to the goal will result in a Broncos first down.
I mean,
After the penalty at
Just discipline and knowing your offensive snap count can give you free downs.
yeah. And coming on 3rd down twice now, I mean, that is huge for the offense.
1st and goal from close in. 2 receivers split out wide. But never mind that. It's a handoff to Harrison Chambers for a Bronco touchdown.
His 2nd touchdown today, and just what a game is he putting up. 2 touchdowns today. Great day for him. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see when Carlos Estrada comes back. How are they going to play this out? You got a new star who's arising on this offense.
Definitely some added competition into that running back room whenever Estrada is able to return. So very interesting to see. Fury on for another kick right here. He continues his perfect streak. And the Broncos now lead 31-12 over the Firebirds.
Well, we've had a lot of emotion so far in this 3rd quarter. For a second there, we thought the Firebirds were really starting to gain momentum to maybe bring this thing back. But after that 2nd turnover, and I mean, the Broncos just completely taking advantage of it, it kind of looks like this one's starting to get wrapped up. What do you think, Lucas?
Yeah, it's looking like an insurmountable comeback here for the Firebirds. The Broncos have been playing great football all night, and they just had probably one of the most game-changing plays on that last drive. 3rd and 12, it's a handoff to, as we've talked about so much today, Harrison Chambers filling in for Estrada. And his speed and athleticism flips the field, takes some time off the clock, leads to a touchdown, and the Firebirds are in hot water.
Very hot water. This drive is going to be very indicative of the rest of this game. If the Firebirds can't really get anything going, I'd say the chances are pretty slim of them bringing this game back.
Eddie Jetton out to do his job once again to boot that thing into the end zone. And there he goes. What a powerful leg Jetton has.
Yeah, great kick from him. Getting them started with fresh field position. I think the biggest thing for Brophy really is the field position. It seems like the Firebirds have really taken advantage of the better field position, like when they started at the 20-yard line, for example. So now coming into it, yeah, getting those plays where they're able to have, they need to get 80 yards to get a score. Those are the kind of kicks that you want.
Absolutely. Leaving no room for error on a potential return. Jetton has done his job in terms of field position battle, and that's make Chaparral go 80 yards every time. 1st and 10, Jones from the shotgun. He's looking, scrambles in the pocket, makes a cut, and slips down onto the turf. Turf Monster has gotten a few members of Chaparral tonight.
Notice that a lot. Seems to have a problem with the run game. That's about the 4th or 5th play that I've seen a Firebird just go down because due to not being able to stay on their feet. No one on them there. Good run right there. Just couldn't break away for any more because of the slip.
Pretty sure Chaparral might play on grass, so that that could affect them, maybe not used to the turf here at Central High School. Jones takes the snap. It's a quick screen. Hunter Woland is tackled quite quickly as flying in was Bastian Vandenbosch.
Vandenbosch, very explosive. We saw on the blocked kick earlier. Now again, just being able to get straight to Woland and cut him off early. Now we're looking at a 3rd and short.
He's made some important plays that might not perfectly show up in the stat sheet tonight, but Vandenbosch has had quite the impact on this game. The offense was moving out of pace there. They'll move him back 5 for a false start.
A little bit too jumpy. The momentum in this game, especially in this 3rd quarter, has just bounced around. It just doesn't seem like anyone in this Firebirds offense is keeping that same momentum. Like I said earlier, a lot of their momentum came from a big turnover, and it seems like when they don't have that, they're not really pushing the ball.
Yeah, it's been 2 scores off of 2 turnovers here. They've not been able to move the ball into the red zone from their own 20-yard line, so they have had difficulty moving 80 or more yards, but they're going to need to convert a big 3rd and 9 if they want to stay in this one. Jones takes the snap, looks left, and fires quickly. Completes to his target, but he is going to be short of the marker, and it's going to leave 4th and short in some risky territory here. But it looks like Chaparral may go for it here.
I don't think at this point in the game you can take any risks on giving that ball up at all, especially where they are. The punts haven't been crazy today. You'd hate to give them anywhere, any good kind of field position here late.
If you want any chance of being alive, got to convert this one, and it's a big play. So Chaparral is going to want to talk that one over. They're going to take a timeout. So 4th and short, Kobe. What are you thinking they pull out of the hat here?
You know, I think you kind of go back to old reliable there. I think you got to go with your quarterback. Marcel runs the ball very well. I know he had the trouble play on the last 4th and short where he gave up that fumble, but I think you got to let him try it again. I think that's their most explosive runner. On top of that, I think he's going to have the best chances to be able to get them a 1st down.
100%. 4th and manageable in some risky territory. Feels like if they don't get this 4th down, they don't have a chance of coming back at all.
Seems like, yeah, Brophy will be able to, if Brophy can play this correctly, you know, it seems like we're going to see a lot more runs if anything like that happens.
Jones leading his team back onto the field.
Play resumes, 4th and 2.
Alex Haig lines up in the backfield. And split receivers, 2 on either side of Jones. Haig goes in motion. D-line shifts, takes the snap, quick throw, tipped up in the air, and incomplete. Great heads-up play by Dom Mitchell.
I mean, I think just a great defensive layout. Good call from Coach Jewell right there. The line moving, being able to give them the pressure they needed, and they had the right guys covered at the right time. They knew they'd be looking for a short pass. I was thinking run. They were thinking pass. They got it right. A turnover, and like you said, that completely changes this game.
The momentum is shifted. The 3rd quarter is almost over. 50 seconds left to go. So that'll tick down quite soon. But Brophy is within 28 yards of another touchdown that would certainly put this one out of reach for good. Snap on 1st and 10. Designed run for McGinnis. Took a second, used his patience to find a hole, but not that much of a hole was there. Gain of maybe a yard.
Gain of maybe a yard there. An interesting run. Kind of just seemed like, yeah, it was a planned run right there. Able to get the yard out of it. Usually have more powerful runners, so I'm curious to see if that was just to kind of eat the clock a little bit more or if that was just couldn't find anything open.
Definitely designed. 2nd and 10 here. And this time he will hand it off to Harrison Chambers. And look at the tough running by Chambers. Puts his shoulder into the man. but the tackle was still made by Eden Edwards.
The field vision from Harrison tonight has just been phenomenal. I mean, he knows where he's going. He sees the field and he sees where his holes are. It seems like he's creating them, but he's really just seeing it out.
And that'll do it for the end of the third quarter. We will be back with the action once the fourth is underway.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity. When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off for a
Welcome back to Central High School here in Northern Phoenix. Just about ready to start the fourth quarter here as the Brophy College Prep Broncos have 31 and are leading the Chaparral Firebirds, who only have 12 here. Third and medium for the Broncos. McGinnis tries to hard count, and Chaparral finally doesn't fall for it. Looks to the sideline for the real play, and now he'll take the snap. Power run designed for McGinnis again. Finds a lane off of his left tackle, and he's got enough for a first down.
This Brophy run offense today has just been unpredictable. It seems like every single time they hand it off, it's a new direction or a new guy. I feel for the Firebirds defense. It's hard to read what they're going to do next.
We're talking about the new age of QBs, football QBs being a lot of dual threat, and Charlie McGinnis no different. Likes to use both his arm and his legs. Takes the snap, rolls out to the right, looking for a man, tipped but still caught. Great concentration from CC Camarada.
Off the hands there, not necessarily the pass that McGinnis probably thought he was going to be getting off, but it worked. CC with the catch.
Tackle for the Firebirds by number 21, Justin Fisher.
And someone on the Chaparral roster a little bit shaken up here.
Gain of 5 up to the 13. Second and 5.
Seems as though today's been a very aggressive game. A lot of injuries on both sides of the field.
We've seen a lot of these guys come back, though, so that's the good news, is none of these have been super serious. First down handoff is eaten alive as Keegan Skank is back in the backfield once again.
Hasn't happened much today. It seems like Chambers has most of the time been able to find the hole. This time there was no hole. Just got shut down early, and that'll be a loss.
Got dragged backwards a little there, but forward progress has it marked at 3rd and 8. Trips in the bunch formation on the right side of McGinnis. Takes a snap, looks towards the bunch, takes a step away from the pocket, fires on the run, and complete once again. Caught by Jacob Buggy just short of the marker, and a really interesting decision on a 4th and about 2.
Looks like they're going to go for 3 there, but a really good pass on the run and just a better catch. We've seen that a couple times today. A little bit of on-the-run passes, but better catches from the receivers there. Too bad that it couldn't have been a first down, but still a great opportunity for points.
Absolutely. All reliable Connor Fury is out onto the field. And he's looking at about a 32-yarder right here. Absolutely drills it. I mean, the man is automatic, hasn't missed, and is just drilling these with great power and accuracy.
Yeah, I mean, just you talk about having a reliable kicker. We talked about it earlier. Having a reliable special teams, especially in high school, is just such an important thing to have on your squad. When you got a guy, when you know he can get you 3 points at ease, it's always nice to gives that offense just an extra breath.
Absolutely. Takes less pressure to go forward and come away with no points potentially on those fourth downs. When you got that reliable kicker, you just need the 3. It's always good to have that in your back pocket.
The lead now up to 22-2, so that, that field goal bringing them to a 3-score game. Just, it may not have been what they wanted from the drive, but it definitely puts an exclamation point on how this game has gone so far.
Ending in points is always a good thing, and at this stage of the game with how well Brophy has played, it's a good thing to run the ball and get the clock draining as quickly as possible at this stage. The golden boot himself, number 1, Eddie Jetton, on once again, and I expect nothing less than another touchback because he has been automatic in that category. Another high boot. And this is the first returnable kick. The announcer's jinx is real from me. On the return was Titus Gomez, but he went nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would have been better if he didn't catch it, honestly, with that one. Those touchbacks today probably wasn't really ready to actually have to make a return. But good play by the kicking team to just get a stop there. And, I mean, this is the tough part of the field. We haven't seen the Firebirds get 60 yards in a drive, so curious to see what they're going to do here.
They got about 85 to go on this one instead of starting at the 20, starting at the 15. Jones sends his running back in motion and just throws it to him right away. Alex Hegg on the reception, drilled in the backfield. As that didn't pan out, the Broncos defense all over it.
They've been great tonight and great once again, just stopping the run before it even gets started. Great play.
That time it wasn't even a designed run, just a little slip screen, little quick dump off pass. He's tackled immediately. Flags flying all around the field here. And the false start will move back Chaparral 5 yards further than the deep hole they're already in.
Not much you can do about that one. Firebirds kind of in a weird spot right now with 9 minutes left, knowing that this game's kind of out of reach at this point. You're just kind of working on your squad. You're trying to make the right passes. You just keep playing because you're playing a great competition, and it's always good to stay competitive.
Game speed is always game speed. You can never fully replicate it in practice. So even if this game may be over in score, you got to use it to work on your craft. As
always something to be learned.
Another flag gets thrown directly at the ball carrier. Might be in for a face mask call here. It is indeed a face mask, and Chaparral gets a nice, much needed break for them to continue working on their stuff instead of being in a 3rd and 15 hole.
The second time we've seen that today, and it's one of those mistakes. You see is once you make that mistake, you know you did it, but you just hope no one saw it, and unfortunately for them, they did.
Umpire was all over that one. He had a direct sight line, and the flag almost hit him in the face mask. It was thrown right there. Jones with the shotgun snap, just hands it off to his back, who throws a man off of him and lowers a shoulder into another. And there's something that you can build from right there. A nice, powerful run from the running back.
No matter what the score is, you look back you want to be able to look back and look at some positives. And honestly, so far for the Firebirds today, there haven't been a lot of them. So building from this can obviously give just something more to talk about coming in for next week.
1st and 10 snap. Jones is rolling out to the right. Trouble. And nearly intercepted again. In on the coverage was Bastian Vandenbosch. Called his names a number of times tonight. He is working sideline to sideline all over the field.
Yeah, just a great play from the defense there. You know, it's nice to see just there's been a lot of guys today in the secondary who have been coming up big.
This Broncos secondary is very special, the way they move and they're able to get to footballs. That time, the 2nd and 10 pass is dropped by Hunter Woland. Jones finally had a clean pocket to throw that one, but just couldn't get the connection there.
Seemed like one of the first throws that he's really had a clean pocket, made a good throw, but just in and out of the hands right there.
3rd and 10. We know Marcel Jones has the arm talent, so if he can get another clean pocket with this trips at the bottom of the screen, I might expect him to load up and launch one. Throws the out route to the sideline, incomplete, too far out of bounds. And at this point, with 8 minutes left, Chaparral will try and save some dignity with a punt, force Brophy to work for it.
Yeah, Brophy today, this defense has just been amazing. When there's no turnover elicited, they are shutting down this offense.
Complementary football, working off one another. The Bronco offense is, there's a fake right now. The punter just took off with it, and he's got a first down. But there's a flag, as I believe this one's going to be a blindside block. What a wild sequence.
Do not expect that often. I mean, you don't see the fake punt ever, especially in a game like this that seems already decided. But it worked. And like I said, there's always stuff to be working on. So if they've been planning that play for a little while now, glad to see that they use it in a game scenario.
Most of that play probably worked to perfection with the exception of that blindside block. Obviously not legal at any level now. And so that'll be 15 yards against Chaparral. They will repeat 4th down, but our main concern is making sure that that man down on the field is going to be all right. So we are going to take a short break, head to commercial, and we will be right back after the break.
When you think of family restaurants and sports bars, think Bonfire. Bonfire is part of the Tempe landscape, supporting local schools. Join the Bonfire Booster Club Challenge. Mention Corona del Sol, Desert Vista, Marcos de Niza, Mountain Point, or Valley Christian, and that school's sports program will earn loyalty points. The winner after football season will earn a fundraiser at Bonfire. Come for the food and fun, support the community. Bonfire, open every day east of I-10 on Warner. Show your game ticket all day Friday and Saturday and get 15% off. 480-306-6801.
And we are back here at Central High School. After the penalty right there, the blindside block, the good news is Carter Clemens gets up off on his own feet, his own power, and walks to the sideline. Chaparral had that fake punt going there for a second, fooled everyone, including you and I, Kobe. But now this time the punt looks to be for real as it's 4th and very long. He gets it off. It's a high spinning kick, and it's just going to be avoided by Brophy as it spins down near the Bronco 41-yard line.
We've seen a great game today so far from this Brophy offense. Now they get to kind of sit back, relax, maybe try a few things. Who knows who they're going to, curious to see who they're going to throw out there on this offensive drive. They're going to stick with all the starters, or who knows what's going to happen here. This is kind of a good position. You're kind of in the driver's seat now if you're Brophy.
7:52, I expect that run game to be worked on. Could be a different unit out there. But it looks like as far as the backfield, they're going to leave Charlie McGinnis and Harrison Chambers back there. 1st and 10. McGinnis just gives it to Chambers, and Chambers is tackled after a yard. Not a whole lot of surprise right there.
You know, you're kind of at a point right now, you're just letting the clock run down a little bit. Those big runs, it would be nice to have a big run. You're never going to complain over one, but also at this point in the game, it's all right to not get the biggest gains in the world.
Definitely going to run the football, look for a few first downs, and walk out of here with a victory. But still 7 minutes and 20 seconds to get there. McGinnis this time will look to throw. He looks right side. but he had an unblocked defender as the sack is made by Uriel Perez.
Great play from Uriel Perez. So not anyone guarding him, kind of gets straight to McGinnis at that play. But at least they get the sack rather than the incomplete pass because you keep the clock running. You keep the time crunching.
It is good for the clock management, not good for the field position there. I was a little surprised they even let McGinnis throw, but with his arm talent, it isn't the most surprising thing in the world. Takes the snap, looks to the bunch side, loads up, got his man, and deflected away. Clutch play that time from Dylan Malumba. If he didn't break that one up, that could have been a touchdown for Brophy.
Yeah, no, I think that was a really great pass, but just better coverage from Malumba on that play. Gets right in there and is just able to deflect that as an incomplete pass.
Well, they let McGinnis throw again. Like we said, pass was very on the money, but just even better coverage that time. So the incompletion will stop the clock, and Brophy will have to punt this football away.
You know, not really the drive they wanted at all. Didn't really take much time off the clock there, just a little under a minute off the clock, and now they have to punt it away.
Booming punt that time. Alex Hegg can't field it, and he is forced to just let it take the Brophy bounce inside the 15 down around the 13-yard line.
A booming punt indeed. And, you know, from Fury's last punt, which just kind of got shanked a little bit on the 40-yard line, this was just completely what he needed to build that confidence up for his next punt.
Definitely, if he has the protection, confident that he gets off a good punt every time. That one shank, he had a screaming defender coming through, and we both thought that one was getting blocked for a second. So Chaparral gets another chance to work on and improve the offense under the talented Marcel Jones. Man in motion, but a handoff to the opposite side. And it looks like Alex Hegg takes it for 4 or 5 yards.
Seems like the Firebirds are playing more to run down the clock right now than the Brophy Broncos, which is a little bit interesting. Curious to see if they're going to let Marcel throw it anymore this game or if they're just going to leave it on the ground for the rest of the day.
Interesting choice. We're now under 6 minutes left to go here in this one. Marcel Jones will get to throw, rolls out, evades pressure, but not for long. The sack is made, and that time Devon Kennedy makes the play.
Great defense right there. The D-line has given Marcel no time today, and then again proves that they are a very strong defensive line. They get the sack right there. That'll bring up 3rd and 13.
Giving a lot of praise to the Brophy secondary today, but also a lot of credit to that talented Brophy defensive line, constantly disrupting things. Jones dumps it off short on the screen pass, and it's incomplete. Already brings up 4th down and about 13 to go.
I couldn't really tell where he was going on that play there. Didn't seem like anyone was looking for a pass right there. Not the play he necessarily wanted, but it'll bring up a punt.
Wonder how much pressure Brophy is going to bring here, just try and block it, or be content to let one of the talented return men take it back. We got CC Camareda and the talented Cree Thomas split the 2 hash marks, as this punt is also a fake. Going for it, running over defenders. A valiant effort by Keegan Skank, but it's not going to happen this time. Shank.
An interesting call right there. I'm not quite sure what the process was on that play right there. I mean, what are you trying to get from that? You'd already tested out the play. Maybe they just wanted to try it penalty-free and see what they could get from it. Obviously, it didn't work. Doesn't really matter at this point in the game, though.
Kind of too little, too late, but it was interesting to see the Firebirds attempt that variation of a fake punt where the punter just takes off, and that is a big edge rusher right there in Keegan Shank. So he was bowling people over for getting out of bounds on that one.
Look, I like the thought of it, but just, yeah, too little, too late. Just seems like it was something that could have helped out maybe in the first quarter.
1st and 10 snap. McGinnis just gives it to Chambers right away. He's got the edge to the outside, but a form tackle made by Justin Fisher. Flags on the play.
Penalty on the play, holding on the offense indicated.
So the holding calls are going to bring them back just a little bit here.
1st and 20. 5 minutes and a second left to go here. If Brophy can make up the 20 yards, they could take a lot of time off this clock. Good chance Brophy might let McGinnis throw here. Triple wide receivers to the right side, bottom of your screen. The 1st and 20 snap. McGinnis is waiting for that referee to put his arm in the air. Quick snap, quick screen. Caught by CC Camarena, makes a juke move, and then tackled by the next defender. Making the play was Edwin Edwards.
CC has just been that guy today. When you need an open guy, when you need someone, he finds him, whether it's down the field deep or just for a short pass like that.
He's automatic, and he's a 3-level receiver. He runs the short routes, the screens, the slants. He runs the medium routes, the ins, the outs, the digs. And he runs the deep routes, those streaks, those posts and corner routes. He really does it all, and he's a complete player. 2nd down. McGinnis waiting for the referee to get to the snap count. Taking off as much time as possible here. Arm in the air. McGinnis takes it. And a handoff right away to Chambers is destroyed once again by Keegan Shank.
Keegan Shank's just a big guy on that offense. It's cool to see how they use him on this offense. On this defense. Being the punter also. Yeah, good play right there. Just Chambers could not find any open space right there.
3rd and a long way to go. About 19 yards. Chewing the clock. 3 minutes, 10 seconds to go. So the Broncos doing a good job of letting this one slowly chip away. McGinnis almost got him on another hard count. And Brophy elects to call timeout, talk over the play call.
Unofficially their first timeout of the second half.
So, Kobe, we are getting down about 3 minutes left to go. Have you picked a player of the game yet?
Yes, I have indeed. And tonight's player of the game is going to be Harrison Chambers. I mean, we talked about it earlier in the broadcast. I talked about it with Coach Jewell before the game started, is that next man up mentality. And he completely showed what it meant to be the next man up. And he really showed his true colors today and just had an explosive game, 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards rushing. Just a great day for him overall.
Looking forward to seeing you talk to him after this game. Going to be exciting to hear from someone, sat their turn and waited out, and you never wish injury on anyone, but injury happens in this sport. He got his opportunity, and he really made the most of it, and then some today.
And that's all what it takes. If you can take advantage of those opportunities, every single opportunity matters.
3rd and long, man in motion to create the bunch trips on the bottom of your screen. McGinnis snaps, looks, he's getting flushed out of the pocket early, launches one out of bounds just to avoid the sack and a hit. Stops the clock at 2 minutes, 51 seconds. And 4th down, look for the Brophy Broncos special teams unit to try and pin these guys inside the 10-yard line. Or correction. They are going to line up for the field goal. It is time to test the boot of Connor Fury.
46 yards.
This is an important kick for the rest of the season to test his range. From 46 out, and it is up and good. Man, the boot on this kid is clutch.
Hasn't missed yet, and he is rolling. What can't he do? That looked like it would have been good from about 10 more yards back. A great kick right there, and just an extra 3 points to this Brophy offense.
It's just so rare to see that kind of range from a high school kicker. Even though it's varsity, that range is absolutely impressive.
I would agree with you. Now the Firebirds looks like they're probably going to be their last drive of the night. What do you think that they should be looking for in this drive?
Like we said earlier, just build on some positive things. I think it would really help them and help the confidence of Marcel Jones going forward if they would find him some easy short to medium completions. We know he can throw it deep. We know he's got the talent. They've done it once tonight. But Brophy has proven that their secondary is talented and aware and really good at reading what the receivers are doing. So get some confidence for your young, talented quarterback in Marcel Jones. Get him an easy completion or let him run the football again. So here comes the other kicker, Eddie Jetton. And he's got the important job of making sure the Firebirds do not start out with good field position. And Haig won't even try it into the end zone for the touchback.
What do you know?
I guess the one time I say, oh, I expect it in the back of the end zone is the only time he doesn't do it. I am a true announcer's jinx. First and 10 for the Firebirds from their own 20-yard line. And we'll see what they want to use for development here. Game is well over, but there are plenty of things to work on. And I think they're going to just move away from Marcel Jones. Here comes Luciano Mata. His first snap of the game is complete. He finds his man, Titus Gomez, right there. And so instead of giving your starter some reps at the end, why not try the backup and see what he's made of?
Don't hate the decision at all, especially where they're at in the game right now. Let's test something new.
Second and about 6. He's looking to his right. Makes a move in the pocket, gets out. Defenders closing on him quickly, but a stiff arm gets him an extra yard or two there. Flag flying from the far end of the field, I believe. Yes, there is. So the refs are discussing it here. Head referee about to make a decision. Horse collar tackle. First call I've seen it called this season. One of the more rare football penalties. But gives the Firebirds a chance, have some better field position, fresh set of downs, and see what the backup is made out of here as he gets another 1st and 10 snap. He's looking to his right, fires, and he's got his man on the out route. That time it's Gavin Mesa.
Some good passes here by the backup late. I know it is garbage time, but like I said, those reps and getting those repetitions in is all that matters. And, you know, for some people, the opportunity may be big like Harrison today. But others, it may just be the last 2 minutes of a game to show what you're really made of. And, you know, it's all about taking advantage of every opportunity.
Using it to its fullest potential. Mata here, firing deep, right sideline, and caught. What an amazing catch by Gavin Mesa. The result might not change, but the excitement and the energy that Chaparral can bring into the next week will.
It's an exciting pass. That might be the deepest pass that we've seen tonight from the Firebirds. And, you know, just an impressive throw and catch on both ends.
Luciano Mata, quick throw out to the right and dropped, incomplete. That'll at least stop the clock for Chaparral. They get a breather and they'll think about the next play call. 2nd and 10 forthcoming. Kobe, what do you like out of the backup so far?
I like the way that he is passing with ease. He's getting the ball out quickly and not feeling like he needs to run around and scramble from the pressure.
2nd and 10. Fires a clean ball from the pocket, and it's caught over the middle, pushing towards the goal line. Shea O'Brien makes that play.
And, you know, Luciano, not too big himself, only 5'11", just making some big passes. And the size does not change the confidence that he has in the pocket.
Makes it 1st and goal from about the 4. Mata sends a man in motion, snaps it, rolls out to the right, quick throw, got it, touchdown Firebirds. Mata finds Titus Gomez.
Great drive from the Firebirds. I mean, you look, this isn't a game you really want to remember, but there are key points that you can try to work on and try to, you know, get better at. And right now, just being able to see the offense flow cleanly is some sort of positive feedback that they can take into next week.
Absolutely, especially with the backup too, you know, just hanging around with the clipboard all day and you know, not expecting to see the field, and boom, all of a sudden these last 2 minutes, he's gotten a chance to shine, and he's made a great opportunity of it. His 2-point conversion play is a fade, and the catch is made by the Giants, Gavin Mesa. So a little momentum here for the Firebirds.
Yep, still a 17-point game here, but still exciting to see. I mean, for this Firebirds offense, we talked about it earlier, they haven't taken advantage of anything other than turnovers. And now, you know, throwing the backup in, they're able to just get a clean touchdown, about 70 yards on that throughout the whole drive, and just something positive to go into next week with.
Yes, absolutely. And I wonder, you know, we won't get to see what happens, but some questions for the Firebirds after seeing what the backup did in just one drive. Do you see what the backup is made out of in a full game? Be interesting to see. We won't see the answer with our own eyes, but maybe we can check in later down the line and see what happens there.
Yeah, you know, we talked about these opportunities can lead to, you know, you never know what it can lead to. Seems like Marcel's been the starter for these first 3 weeks. So I would be surprised if they were to bench him, but you never know how practices go. It may just start to get a little bit more competitive.
Could be some competition in the QB room. Who knows? Ball falls off the tee, so he will have to reset it up. I am expecting Keegan Schenk to try an onside kick, knowing they probably won't get it, but you need to be able to try it for when you really, really need it. And he does squib it on the ground, but it is fallen on by the reliable CC Camareda. And the Brophy Broncos are going to be able to kneel or run this one out.
Great game today for Brophy all around. I mean, you look at the offense, you look at the defense, it was clicking. And I mean, you couldn't tell what they were going to do. They could work the deep passes. They could work the short passes. They could work the long runs, the short runs. They had everything planned, even some read options that worked as well. This team today has come out strong, and a big win against a 6A team today.
Absolutely. Any win in the 6A is a great win. Such a tough conference division to be a part of, 6A that is. And, you know, Brophy Broncos, they're now going to win 3 straight. They are rolling. So they will put one of the freshmen in here for this minute and 15 left. See what he's made out of here. Vanden Bosch takes a snap from the shotgun, and they'll give him a little QB-designed run. He gets 8 or 9 out of it. Good vision right there and making a play.
Great play right there. I mean, just those QB runs have been working today, and, yeah, able to get another one rolling. The clock will continue to run. Just about under a minute left.
Case Vanden Bosch, he's now the sophomore. Now a sophomore. He was the starting freshman quarterback, and obviously there would be no competition for Mr. Charlie McGinnis, the standout senior, but this is important for Vanden Bosch personally for his future once McGinnis graduates.
Here comes victory formation. I think someone on Brophy jumped victory formation.
Substitution infraction on the offense.
Or a substitution infraction. All right, well, they're sorting out the sub and getting down the final knee. What are your biggest takeaways for Brophy going into next week's game?
Biggest takeaways for me is now an excitement, I feel like, for the run game. You know, now I think it was a little bit daunting to see Carlos Estrada come out of that game last week, and now you're looking at a comfortable run game that you can now rely on, not necessarily have to be scared for it.
Yes, indeed. All right, the teams are going to meet at midfield to shake hands. You have selected your player of the game as Harrison Chambers, so we will get going on that interview in a little bit. But Kobe, you got any final thoughts?
No final thoughts for me, just a great game from Brophy. Hopefully they can take that same energy into next week.
All right, your final score, ladies and gentlemen, the Brophy College Prep Broncos 37, the Chaparral Firebirds 20. So Brophy improves to 3-1. Next week, they got a tall task at Notre Dame Prep. That's 8 days from now at Notre Dame Prep. I'm Lucas Metzner in the booth, signing off for Kobe Van Nort. Good night.